When your tummy is rumbling for something fancy and the local fast food joints just won't cut it, you can do worse than stopping by your local Panera Bread. When the doors open, you're hit with a dozen smells of fresh bread, bubbling soups, and sweet treats from the bakery, all cooking an upscale meal for discriminating taste buds. While Panera has the reputation of a higher quality, fast casual dining experience, one has to wonder just how much you can expect to pay for 2 slices of bread, some meat, and a bowl of soup. Believe it or not, the chain once synonymous with elegant eats has come under fire for its quality going down, while the numbers on the price tag gradually go up. When did it become so unaffordable to have an average meal at Panera Bread? Well, today we're breaking bread and breaking the bank as we try to understand why is Panera Bread so expensive. But before we give you this day your daily bread, why not subscribe to the Weird History Food channel? Then head down to the comments and let us know what other food falls from grace you want to hear about. For now, history is our bread and butter. While Panera is known for its fresh artisan bread, delicious soups, and a variety of healthy salad options, what most folks today know it for is the hefty price tag that comes with it. Once a bastion of clean ingredients with a no-no list of banned additives that they would never impose on their beloved customers, Panera goers began to notice a steep decline in quality over the years. Soups, vegetables, and even their famous mac and cheese are all pre-made or frozen, with kitchens doing a lot of reheating rather than artisanal cooking that made the brand famous. But the menu would have you believe otherwise, charging up to $13 for a chicken sandwich, $10 for a bowl of mac and cheese, or a shocking $4 for a single cookie. When you have to almost take out a second mortgage on your home to eat at Panera, most folks opt to just buy the same ingredients for a lower price and make a sandwich at home. Panera is essentially a more upscale version of a Subway, with similar sandwiches, salads, and soups, but at significantly higher prices and boasting handcrafted, elegant offerings. But with longer wait times than typical fast food joints and about the same quality food that may not even be that much healthier than most other sandwich shops, Panera now has customers scratching their heads wondering what justifies the sticker price of that bacon turkey Bravo. Let's go back to the beginning. Panera Bread became a national chain in 1997. By 1998, Panera had honed in on their main focus, promising fresh-baked goods and a broader menu of soups, salads, pastries, and pastas. Many in the restaurant biz would likely refer to the early 2000s as the golden age of Panera, a period of aggressive growth that saw over 1,000 new locations open between 2001 and 2006. Revenue grew from a measly $151 million in 2000 to a whopping $1.4 billion by 2009. Their swift rise was thanks mostly to Panera setting themselves aside from other fast food joints and cafes by offering antibiotic-free meats and whole grain breads. Exactly the kind of stuff health-conscious consumers were looking for in the early aughts. Another thing folks couldn't get enough of in 2004 was this hip new innovation called free Wi-Fi, of which Panera became the largest provider of in the US at that time. If you hate the TV trope of annoying writers on their laptop in a cafe, odds are it's based on a Panera Bread encounter somewhere. With Panera's rise in popularity came many imitators and competitors. Aside from their sister stores, St. Louis Bread Company, which retained the name in St. Louis despite the rebranding, other fast casual bakery cafes came out of the oven to capitalize on the sandwich shop bakery trend. Atlanta Bread Company was founded in 1993. McAllister's Deli, founded in 1989, became a significant competitor in Panera's market, growing through independent franchises. While McAllister's boasts over 500 locations today, neither them nor Atlanta Bread Company, with their 10 locations, were able to quite reach the heights Panera has. From its humble beginnings as the St. Louis Bread Company to the top of the fast casual mountain, the one thing that has kept Panera Bread on everyone's radar has been their ever-evolving, unique menu offering you just can't get anywhere else. Core elements like their fresh-baked bread remain consistent, with the chain still using the original San Francisco sourdough starter from its heyday. Dough is prepared at centralized fresh dough facilities throughout the U.S. and delivered to stores for baking each morning. 30 years ago, you could find 45-cent bagels, bowls of soup for $2.75, and a sandwich would set you back between $3.50 and $5. depending on how fancy you wanted to get. Of course, time makes fools of us all, and the prices of these items have increased dramatically as of 2025. A sliced turkey sandwich that would cost you $4.50 in the 1990s now goes for close to $10, with some sandwiches seeing between a 63% price hike all the way to an 84% price hike for bread bowls. Don't get us started on the $13 toasted Italiano sandwich, $14 with extra ingredients. While a lot of folks grumble about the price tags of Panera's food, it seems tummies grumble just a bit louder, positioning Panera as one of the top health-conscious fast casual brands in the nation. They were pioneers of calorie transparency on their menus, a practice many other restaurants would later adopt. And Panera's menu has always been big on eliminating artificial preservatives, flavors, sweeteners, and colors, all outlined on their very official-sounding no-no list. In April of 2024, Panera ran its biggest menu overhaul to date. They introduced an impressive 20 new updates focused on soups, salads, sandwiches, and their mac and cheese line. However, some locations saw their menus slashed, cutting up to 50 items in an attempt to streamline operations. Time will tell if significant customer backlash against these ideas, particularly the idea to remove the Panera staple broccoli cheddar soup from their menu, is enough to shift these smaller menu items back to the full spread. Never come between a hungry customer and broccoli cheddar. If you've heard anything about Panera Bread from the past few years, odds are you've heard of the lemonade that kills you. It sounds like an urban legend, but there were several tragic true stories about the high caffeine content present in Panera's charged lemonade. Social media was abuzz about the new high-powered lemonade, which prompted 21-year-old Sarah Katz to try it at a Philadelphia Panera location in 2022. While Katz had a known heart condition called long QT syndrome and would stay away from energy drinks, the advertised plant-based and clean lemonade did not fully specify what was present in the drink, particularly the 390 milligrams of caffeine when ordering a large, which is more than a Red Bull and Monster combined, as well as guarana extract and high sugar content. The too-sweet concoction was too much for Katz's heart, which failed just hours after she finished the drink, prompting a wrongful death lawsuit from the family. A second wrongful death suit was filed after 46-year-old Dennis Brown, who had a history of ADHD and high blood pressure, collapsed and died after drinking several refills of the same lemonade. In response to these and other complaints, Panera revamped their beverage line to focus on low-sugar, low-caffeine options. Beyond killer lemonade, the beef most customers have with Panera is its quality, or lack thereof, depending on who you ask. While early prices at Panera were modest, current prices have ballooned into an often unattainable level for most consumers, while the quality of the meal you get has gone significantly downward. We talked about Panera's smug insistence on their no-no list of additives not used in their food, but lawsuits have since come up debating these claims. Preservatives like tocopherol and ascorbic acid have been found in the food, as well as the highest levels of pesticide glyphosate present in their food among other major restaurant chains, according to a lab test in 2019. Panera's claim that all food is fresh-baked has come into question as well, with some employees admitting that morning offerings are probably cooked the previous day. And when the food is freshly cooked, other customers complain about just how certain items are baked, particularly the bagels. Many customers have complained that because Panera steams their bagels instead of boiling them, the end result is more akin to a circle of bread rather than the texture of a bagel. And forget about fresh soups and mac and cheese, since they often arrive frozen in a plastic bag to be steamed and thawed out when needed. Employee wages also came under fire in 2024 when California Governor Gavin Newsom allegedly worked with franchise owner and political donor Greg Flynn to exempt his Panera locations from the $20 an hour fast food wage mandate. Since the dough was made in one place and only cooked at the Panera locations, Flynn believed it should not apply to his stores, and Newsom apparently agreed. This type of political favoritism left a bad taste in many customers' mouths. So, what gives? How does a standard bakery cafe justify charging a small fortune for bread and meat? Most of it stems from Panera's position as a fast casual bakery rather than a traditional fast food chain like Subway, McDonald's, or Taco Bell. All that clean eating Panera likes to brag about costs big bucks in order to bring the freshest produce and work around artificial preservatives and additives. Turns out eating healthy isn't cheap, which is why so many offerings forego the healthy route altogether. Hiring trained bakers to produce hundreds of pounds of fresh fresh bread and pastries daily also adds onto the operational cost of each restaurant. To further justify their premium prices, Panera is constantly shifting their menu, often seasonally, offering specialty ingredients you can't find anywhere else, like autumn squash soup or their lobster roll offering. Many argue that the prices do not equal the portions you are given, or even the simplicity, with reports of a simple soup and sandwich combo costing somewhere in the neighborhood of $16, which is way too much for something most people could make at home when they were 10 years old. Over the years of shrinking portion sizes, quality declines, and less than healthy beverage options, Panera's reputation has shifted from affordable fresh bakery where you can grab a great meal to another overpriced, oversaturated food repository with the really great broccoli cheddar soup. Well, at least the Wi-Fi is still free. So what do you think? Have you eaten at Panera Bread recently? Drop your financial success secrets in the comments. And while you're here, why not check out some of these other weird history food videos?